So, Honor Hermit 26, I'm here to give you my Manassas May 7th live review. Overall, the show live, it was a very, very fun show. Probably not the best show, match quality-wise, but it was memorable for a couple of reasons. Some of you probably already know what I'm talking about with that, but you'll have to stick around why to find out all the reasons. Alright, the opener of the night, well, the pre-show, we got the opening six-man with the Body Snatcher, John Kerman, and Ernie Osiris versus Grizzly Redwood and the Bravado Brothers. Short. It's okay. I mean, probably not going to be on the DVD. If there's one pre-show match that will be on the DVD, it will be the set. The other one, the set versus the Kings of Wrestling. It was very, very good, very, very short, but it was still very, very good. Set looked very good. Kings of Wrestling put them over, but Kings of Wrestling still did a lot of their offense. And the finish came where Claudio got on the top rope, which was impressive in itself. And then Hero had him on his shoulders. Claudio yelled man up into a European uppercut like Doomsday Device. It was very, very cool. Then we got the start of the actual show. First match of the show was the Eddie Edwards 10-minute hunt. Opponent ended up being Bobby Dempsey. I called it was going to be somebody like that. I called my review with Instant Classic it was going to be Grizzly Redwood, but he was in the pre-show. Bobby Dempsey did look very good here. I'm not going to lie. One of his best single ROH matches. I mean, he looks very good. Not going to lie. He did a lot of stuff that he doesn't usually do. Like he did a Hurricane Rana. No, he didn't do it. He did like a crucifix head scissors. He did like a nip up. He did a couple things. Like he did. I think he did a leapfrog at some point actually. Might be wrong on that one, but overall it was a very solid match. Didn't go. I mean, the 10-minute hunt it went under 10 minutes, but it still was very, very entertaining. I liked it a lot. Yeah, nothing really besides that. Yeah, it was a good match though. Eddie Edwards. I was chanting Red Eddie Edwards, so very, very cool there. But should be an alright opener when it comes on DVD. And one thing about the show, no match was bad. All of them, but no match was really great either. Then we got Jay versus Claudio next. Yeah, Jay versus Claudio. This is very, very. This match got a little bit of time. I would have given it a little bit more in my estimation, but it was pretty good for the time it went. It should probably be around the 3-star level on DVD. Better than the match from Boiling Point. I liked it more than that, but. It was very, very entertaining. I definitely saw a little bit of storyline coming after this match, so we were probably focused on getting a little bit of a quick finish, which I'm fine with. Then let Chris Hero come right out after the match, attacking Jay Briscoe, which led Mark Briscoe to come out. And then Mark Briscoe and Chris Hero had their match. This was probably the better of the two, actually. I was going to predict that Claudio and Jay would have a better match, but Mark and Chris did, because they got a little more time to work over each other, and just a little more methodical of a match, especially for Briscoe's match, which was very cool to see. Yeah, and I just liked it a lot. This is probably going to be, I don't know, it was just a little bit better. It was noticeably better, but it was a little bit better than Jay and Claudio. It was probably better than Eddie and Dempsey. It was better than Kings of Wrestling set, so probably the best match involving the Kings of Wrestling on the night of the three. So I enjoyed that a lot. Then we got to probably the match of the night, which I probably could have predicted. Even though I thought it should have been Daniels versus Steen, we'll get to that. Erick Stevens versus Roderick Strong. Roderick Strong mad over for whatever reason. I think a lot of fans actually thought he was going to win the belt in NYC. I didn't, but so a loud next world champ chant got started. Erick Stevens did look very good in this match. I think this match was going to be pretty good if they gave it time because of their feud with FIP and ROH. But it was still a very, very good match. Prince Nana did reference in his pre-match speech that this is going to be the last. Thank God we're never coming back here. He said something like that. So I'm like, oh crap, this is the last Manassas show. But they're going to Richmond, so it probably is a good move. I'll explain that after my actual review. But the match itself was very good. But for whatever reason, the Manassas crowd's all over Nana. Like I was in the loud crowd. I mean, there were single louder people than where I was sitting, but the part where I was sitting, there was a lot. You could tell everybody in the fan was here to just have a good time and stuff. So we chanted Whoopi Goldberg at Prince Nana, and like one guy behind me said, "Did you have fun making Sister Act?" So I was laughing really hard at that. My dad, who's next to me, is so into movies, and he was hysterical about to fall over. But hopefully that comes across on the DVD, because I was first row. For those of you that want to understand, from the hard cam. If you look at the closest side to where the hard cam is, I will be there, but like all the way down the row and to the right. It was a pretty good seat. I was pretty much, if you look straight forward, I was pretty much sitting where Bobby Cruz and Giuseppe Di Laurento were. So I like my seat. Then we got intermission after the very good Roderick Strong Erick Stevens match. Yeah, but then the right person went over in that. Then coming out of intermission, we got, what do we get right after intermission? What do we get? I got the results right here. Hold on, what do we get? Duh. We got Kenny King coming out to face Colt Cabana. This match, if there is a match that the crowd makes better, this is your basic match like that. Colt Cabana just does all so for the crowd. There's a lot of comedy stuff. I don't want to spoil a lot of it because it was just all so great. This is probably the worst match of all time. They get a "This is awesome" chant or something like that because star quality wise, the match wasn't great because it was focusing more on the comedy and it ended in a no contest. But just Cabana catered so much to the crowd. King looked so good as a heel. He looked very, very good here. I'm not gonna lie. He didn't. He didn't lose his composure at all with how much the crowd was all over him and how much we were just chanting against him and stuff. Even my dad did throw a streamer at Kenny King, which I thought which landed like around the announce table and scared Bobby Cruz, which looked really funny. But oh well. And I did break streamers. I gave one. I did see Ace Stone 08 and Instant Classic 8 there. I gave them both a streamer, which they were actually very thankful for. I had met Ace Stone before. Met him at Contention. I met Instant Classic 8. Both very, very nice guys. Both very, very cool. And hope to see both of them again. Speaking of that, I might see Ace Stone. I don't know about Brandon, but Instant Classic. But I might see Ace Stone at the Chikara coming to Baltimore, Maryland, September 18th. You know I'm going to be there. That was next. Then we got the match ended with Kevin Steen coming out, attacking Colt Cabana. We got a lot of storyline with them, and then King went to the back. Cabana was forced to the back by referees. Then Steen got in the ring, called out Christopher Daniels. Christopher Daniels came out. The loudest Manassas I had ever heard by far was when Christopher Daniels came out. So over so many streamers at the ring, especially for Manassas, which only had about 400 people there. For 400 people, so many streamers at the ring. It was not even funny. And then, for those of you who haven't heard, I'm a little embarrassed to admit this, there's one portion during the match where Kevin Steen pitched Christopher Daniels to the outside, and he like played to the crowd a little bit, and he yelled, "Yeah!" And then I got up and said, I don't even remember what I said to Kevin Steen. I said something that drew his attention to me. He got in my face. What happened next, I didn't expect to see. With this gimmick, I've seen him do it before, but, oh, God. If you're wondering what I'm talking about, leaned over the barricade, mouth to mouth, on me. Oh my God. I'm definitely straight, I can tell you that. No offense to Gilbert Blaze or anything like that, but I'm definitely straight. Not my greatest moment. Everybody around me was like, oh my God, did he just do that? I think I sold it really well on camera. Because he references me several times in ring afterwards. It was not. Everybody was like, oh my God, that was so awesome. And then I'm like, no, it was not awesome. And I drank a huge amount of my Coca-Cola afterwards. So if that's on camera too, I don't know. But as a match itself, I was kind of quiet for the rest of the match. I was just kind of taken back. So I really can't judge how this match was live. I imagine it was good, but I imagine because of the Colt Cabana did come back out afterwards, so I imagine it was good around the 3-star level. Because Daniels hit the best moves out over. The crowd popped big. That's one thing that I did pop for afterwards. Then we got the main event of Austin Aries and Rhett Titus versus Delirious and Tyler Black. This was a good little main event. Nothing really too important. I didn't like the fact that, however, that they used Delirious' entrance to come out for Tyler Black. He should be getting his own entrance. He is the champion. That's one thing I really didn't like in that part. But overall, that was a good match. Nothing too memorable about the show, though. This should probably be an easy show to sit through on DVD. A lot of good, but nothing that was great. And it was a very short show. Like, it should be like 2 hours, 10 minutes on DVD, something like that. But I'm now going to explain why I think that leaving Manassas might be a good thing for the wrestlers and Ring of Honor itself, but not for the fans. Manassas fans have always been good. When we had like a full-strength Manassas crowd, Southern Navigation fueling the fire, Contention. Can't say Full Circle. That was a lackluster event. So a lot of the good fans really didn't go, including myself. Either Storm 2 we did, Contention we did because, yeah, Contention we did. Either Storm 2 was in the middle of a snowstorm, so I can't say that. And then this, I'm thinking this show's going to be called Return of an Angel. I don't know why, but I think it should be called that, or Return of the Fallen Angel, or something like that. Or something having to do with Snapmares, because it's Manassas, the last Manassas show. But Manassas fans have always been good, but for the wrestlers, this is a very small building in Manassas. I think that it should be better that you move to a bigger building for them and for Ring of Honor. I think you can sell a little bit more tickets in this area. Alright, I'll see you guys later.